the first trillionaire in the world will come out of AI business. There's going to be a lot of the a new generation and wave of the millionaires and billionaires that are coming out of these AI generated businesses, AI softwares, AI leverage companies, and this is what the prediction is, and that is where we're going. There's no excuse to try to delay it again, and like it's time 2025 to go all in AI. So how we could actually have all of those success, how we could build a seven-figure business from the scratch. And basically, we are very, very AI leverage company. So we use AI for everything. And kind of like I need to share with you guys about how we do things here, right? And then you guys can go and model us. You could have this exact same framework. We're also going to discuss about if you guys want to start an AI agency and provide the services to other businesses, how you can actually learn this skill set. Because like there's so many businesses that need to have AI, but with every technology, there's a learning curve, right? So some people need to go and spend that time to learn it. And there's so many businesses that they don't have time, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have like a background to be able to learn it. So they want someone else to do it for them. So that's created an amazing opportunity. 2025, you guys can start those AI marketing businesses and go help businesses. So that's why we're here. So all right, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Here we go. Everyone can see my screen. Yes. Very good.
Yes.
Um, this presentation also created by AI. So to give you guys a very, very quick win, something quickly win, it's called Gamma. So you can see gamma.app. It's exceptionally easy. So you can find the training of the Gamma in the inside the community. I think it's level 7. Tatiana, level 6 or 7. Tatiana can check with you guys. It's free as well. So, and I create all of my presentation through Gamma. It saved me a lot of time. I actually recorded yesterday about how I created my presentation with Gamma in less than 5 minutes. Obviously, yes, you need to give it a note, but it's just saved me so much time. Like without Gamma, especially me that doing lots of presentation and lots of courses, without Gamma, honestly, it's to do something content like this would have been take like days. It just make your job much, much easier. And it's not just a presentation that you could create. You could create documents. When you guys want to give a quote, you want to create documents, you want to create a website, like even you can create a website. So that's one of my favorite AI software is Gamma. So they're free to explore it if you haven't yet. And yeah, so let's start. And guys, by the way, the presentation itself gonna take about an hour roughly, and then followed by 50 minutes of Q&A. So stick around because at the end we're going to have a Q&A and you guys can ask any questions. All right, so why AI is non-negotiable in 2025? So AI, so with the direction that we're going at the moment with the technology, there's no way that any businesses that not leveraging AI 2025 is going to survive and to be able to compete with them. Because what happened is that those businesses that leverage the AI, they automate the processes, they use the AI for the ad, they use the AI for the email marketing, they use AI in the Facebook advertising. Then they have the competitive advantage, right? Because they can get things much faster, they could have a better output, they can have a smaller team, they can be more profitable. So exception is going to be too hard to compete in 2025 if you're not leveraging AI. And also, especially if you're marketing agencies, if you guys are marketing agency, you're not leveraging AI, you're going to be out of the business by 2025 because like marketing, coaching, there are some particular industry. We're going to go do a little bit of risk assessment very shortly about that. What is the risk if you're not leveraging AI? It depends on what industry. Some of the industry is going to be absolutely high risk. If they don't leverage AI, some industry going to be low risk. But we go through all of that very deep dive in the next few slides. All right. Oops. So I'm just going to play a video because like AI is just as it's just developed, like when the ChatGPT launched in 2022, it was November that it launched, and I remember that how excited I was back then. But then look at it back like in the past 1.5 years, it has been changed a lot. It just everything gets better and better. All of this AI software that I started getting obsessed and exploring in 2023, they're just getting better and better every day. I really remember when I created my first avatar with Hagen over a year ago. It was horrible. Like literally it was horrible. I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like so robot. But now you're looking at an avatar now. I can show you guys, I'm gonna show you guys some demo stuff. You can see the difference of the quality. No, it's just me. Like you wouldn't say the difference, right? So just getting better and better. And now it's getting a lot more human-like. So I'm just gonna play this video.
Is the king in residence at the moment?
Yes. It looks like the king is in residence right now. The royal standard flag is flying above Buckingham Palace, which is the signal that the monarch is present. How exciting to be there while the king is home.
Try and tell me exactly what they're doing right now, please.
Right now, the ducks are gently gliding across the water. They're moving in a fairly relaxed manner, not in a hurry. Occasionally, one of them will dip its head under the water, probably looking for food, and then pop back up.
I even know when a taxi is coming with its orange light on. I think I'll hail it to get home.
Yes, I spotted one just now. It's heading your way on the left side of the road. Get ready to wave it down. Great job hailing that taxi. It looks like you're all set to go. That's a good dog right there, leading the way into the taxi. Safe travels.
So yeah, well, that's the big difference AI can see, right? It's not just like about the text anymore. And that's just back ChatGPT 4.0 that launched last year. And let's look at this video now.
You've just seen the voice capabilities, but we also want to show you the vision capabilities as the model can also see the whole world around us.
Yeah, absolutely. Like as you can see, you can chat with ChatGPT in real time, but you can also interact with it with video as well. Okay, let me boot up ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hello there. How's it going?
It's going really well. Today, I'd really like your help solving a math problem.
I'm all ears. What math problem can I help you tackle today?
So I'm going to write down a linear equation on a sheet of paper and I'll show you. And then I'd love your help working me through it. But importantly, don't tell me the solution, just help give me hints along the way.
Got it. Oh. Okay, I see it.
No, I didn't show you yet. Just give me help along the way. 1 second.
Whoops, I got too excited. I'm ready when you are.
So, ChatGPT, what equation did I write down there?
Ah, I see it now. You wrote down 3x plus 1 equals 4.
Yep,
Let's work.
exactly.
I believe there's no sound. We can't hear anything from the video.
So ChatGPT,
Oh,
this is what I
sorry.
ended up with. How does this look?
I'm just gonna go back. I don't know what happened.
Spot on. Now you've isolated the term. Great idea. Perfect. Now, what do you get when you subtract 1 from both sides?
Okay, so ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
Spot on. Now you've isolated the term with x on one side, and it looks like 3x equal 3. What do you think we should do next to solve for x?
I'm not sure. Can you give me another hint?
Of course. You have 3x, and you want to find the value of x. Think about what operation would undo multiplication.
Is it subtraction?
Close, but think of the opposite of multiplication, because 3x means 3 times x.
Okay, I think it's division. Let me try to divide both sides by 3 and let me see what I get.
Bingo! Go ahead and divide both sides by 3.
Okay.
No, it's black.
What I ended up with. How
Black.
does this look?
It looks perfect. You've
Oh,
solved
okay,
it,
sorry.
and x equals 1. Nicely done. How do you feel about solving linear equations now?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not pretty confident I can solve linear equations, but why would you ever need to use this in the real world? I'm really skeptical.
That's a fair question. Linear equations pop up in a lot of everyday situations, even if we don't realize it. For example, calculating expenses, planning travel, cooking, and even in business for profit and loss calculations. It's basically a way to solve problems, but you need to find an unknown value. Plus,
Wow.
it's
Okay. You know, I have a lot of unknown values in my life. I'm totally convinced I'm going to learn math now.
I love that attitude. Math can definitely help solve some of life's mysteries. Whenever you're ready to dive into more math, I'm here for you. Anything else you'd like to tackle today?
So ChatGPT, I really love that you taught the value of math to my friend Mark. And I wrote one last thing I'd love if you could take a look at.
Of course. I'd love to see what you wrote. Show it to me whenever you're ready.
Okay, so this is what I wrote down. What do you see?
I see. I love ChatGPT. That's so sweet of you.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate all the help.
Here we go. So yeah, it's I'm gonna try to exceed. Here we go. Has anyone been the Plus user to be able to use these features? The ChatGPT Vision? Have you guys used it? Has anyone explored it?
Let us know in the chat.
No one have explored the ChatGPT Vision? So yeah, with the ChatGPT 4 available to Plus users, basically it's a vision and also the voice. And also the other thing is that it is sarcastic, right? So it's got emotion. So basically, if you look at this video, play this video demo. I don't know if I can click on this one. So you basically it will cry with you, it will laugh with you. So it's kind of like it's a lot more human. Human like that it used to be before. Because a lot of the time they say, oh, like there's an issue with AI is that it's not like a human, it cannot see, it cannot have a two-way conversation, it can now. So basically with all of these new features, it can cry with you, it could laugh with you, it could be your partner. So a lot more human like, and imagine how it's gonna go in a year time, right? It's gonna be a huge difference. And the other thing is that the AI is not a trend anymore. It's not like I say, it's a trend. It's not a future. It's not a trend. It is now. This is now. It's not like a year ago that people say, AI is the future. It's kind of like we need to get rid of that mindset of the AI is the future and say AI is now, 2025. So this is time for you guys to go master it, leverage it, and know how to use it. So AI is impacting global market, definitely. So like Nvidia company, the video game company, that they started creating the AI chips, you can see that how much the share prices have started going up by 2000% since they went to the AI. And they believe that the first trillionaire in the world will come out of AI business. So AI startup. There's going to be a lot of the a new generation and wave of the millionaires and billionaires that are coming out of these AI generated businesses, AI softwares, AI leverage companies, and this is what the prediction is, and that is where we're going. It's like the internet bubble that happened, that a lot of the companies like eBay, Amazon, Google, like a lot of companies that came back then and then become billion-dollar companies. So this is just repeating again, and no, this is time. There's no excuse to try to delay it again, and like let's see how it goes. It's time 2025 to go all in AI. All right. So benefits of AI. So what you could do for your business if you leverage AI. So basically, this is what I say. I say that is the trifecta. So you could 10x cut the cost, you could 10x save the time, and you could 10x get better quality. That means you can have more cash flow. So that's really truly the benefit that we could see ourselves in the AI by leveraging AI is these three things. So we, the very, very small team that we have, our team is so small. We only have like a couple of employees, and we could be a seven-figure business. We could have the best marketing. We could be omnipresent. We could have like having sending email every single day. We could be doing lots of content. We could be doing advertising, branding. Everything we've done with such a tiny team, how could we do that? Because we leverage AI. So we got AI employees that are doing a lot of tasks for us. We're using we're using the automation. So they effectively cut the cost, so you can have a lot less employees. That means for the small businesses, you don't need to have the big team to be able to scale anymore. That is back to the traditional, not with AI. And we could save the time. We could get things very, very quickly. To give you guys an example, we decided to have the Cyber Monday offer. Remember, Tatiana, literally in the morning, Monday morning, we said, hey guys, can we have a Cyber Monday promotion? We came up with like 60 plus marketing copy different campaigns everywhere in a matter of 1 or 2 hours. How is it possible? Like when I was used to work with these for these agencies as a marketer for a Cyber Monday, you would have planned months in advance, literally months in advance to have the big campaigns like this. Now we literally come up with the idea, we execute in a matter of hours. So that's how we could be able to scale so fast. That's how we could be able to get things done because everything is AI. The whole copy is generated by AI. The graphics is AI. The whole planning is AI. So they're definitely saving the time is one of the things. So you can get things done a lot more quicker from idea to execution in very short period of time and the better quality. Those of you that using our software, you know that the quality that you can get, you could go model the best in the world. You could basically skip the trial and errors. You could get 10x better quality. That's how you can actually become, the best in the industry, and that's become your competitive advantage. So definitely take a screenshot of this. This is like a very important, and those of you that want to sell these services, this is how you can pitch to them. The trifecta with AI 10x, cut the cost, save the time, better quality. All right. Oops, I just jump in. Who is AI for? So for the business owner, if you guys have your own business, no matter what your business is, you're having a hairdresser business, you have a plumbing business, you're coaches or whatever you are, you could basically apply AI to all marketing. And marketing agency and coaches. So if you're a marketing agency and coaches, you can use AI obviously to be able to scale your own business, get more leads. And on the top of that, you could fulfill your client. So when you can fulfill your client faster, that means you can scale, right? So a client that used to take, for example, one account manager and two developer and one consultant assigned to, let's say, 5 clients in the past, now you can have the same team, but you could fulfill on 50 clients. So that's the difference. So you could fulfill the clients very, very easily. So that's absolute must. Or for those of you that want to start an AI agency. So let's just engage you guys to see which category you fit in. So put in a chat one if you're a business owner and you're looking to use AI to scale your own business. Put in a chat number 2 if you are an agency, you got the client and you want to use the AI to fulfill your client to be able to scale faster because the fulfillment is a lot faster. And put in chat 3 if you want to start an AI agency to be able to get clients. So which category are you fitting in? 1 business owner, 2 agency, 3 starting an AI agency. So 3, 3, 1, 3, 1 and 2, 3. So there's a lot of you want to start an AI agency. That's good. 2 and 3, 2 and 1. Okay, perfect. So we have a bit of mix, but most of you want to start an AI agency. That's good to know. Thanks, everyone. So let's just go through this. Business vulnerability scale. So if you don't use AI, okay, how vulnerable is your business? So let's just do an exercise together. So the 1 is the minimum risk, the 10 is critical risk. So if you sit in the category of 7 or above, this is something that you need to say, okay, this is critical, I have to do something about it. If you're sitting around like 4 or 5, you might just take your time a little bit and it's not that critical. If you're 1 or 3, then again, like it's not that critical yet. So what industries fits in what category? I'll give you guys a little bit of the idea. For the industries that if you're in the tech industry, you're sitting around 9 or 10. Okay, because the tech industry is like basically it's revolutionizing very, very quickly, and you must need to be able to master AI. If you're in the tech industry, you are sitting in a 9 or 10. If you are a developer, if you're a web developer, if you're a graphic designer, if you are into the go high level, if you are in the marketing, if you're a marketing agency, if you're a coach, like all of these industries are sitting like 7 or above. They're absolutely important. But if you got a businesses that is about more traditional brick and mortar businesses, like for example, you have a shop, right? Or for example, you're a plumber or you're a hairdresser and you have your existing client, you got a corner shop, right? You got like a convenience store. This sort of thing, no more sitting more about low to mid, because it's like AI hasn't been that much into those industries. Of course, if you use AI, you can get more lead, but if you already have the customers coming, the business established, it's not as critical. So it really, really depends on what you do. So what I want you guys to spend the next like 1 or 2 minutes, just have a think about what your industry are, and you can put in the chat as well. What is your industry? Put it in the chat so I can give you a little bit of the assessment about what is the risk and vulnerability to your business if you don't leverage AI. So you can just put in the chat, what do you do? Like, are you a coach? What is your industry? If you're a SEO company, it's SEO is dying. You have to try to think of a pivot. Yeah. And non-for-profit. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that one. Logistics, definitely. You guys just saw that with the AI that has a vision. With a lot of these logistic companies, you can basically cut a lot of the like you can literally use AI for a lot of the logistic. So what else? Conflict resolution, affiliate products, pet supplies, dog food, fundraising. There's life coach, online store. Yeah, with the online store, e-commerce, definitely you need to master AI. That's very, very important. That fits in the category of the tech. Short-term rental marketing, yes, definitely. Self-improvement. Funnel creation is an absolute must. Khalid, tech developer is an absolute must. Dairy commodity trading. I don't quite understand what that is. All right, so you guys can take a
It's
screenshot of it. Yeah,
it's more
sorry.
like trading in dairy products like milk powders, etc. In cheese, so
I think you're
buying from
probably
the
sitting
market and
around the
sell it.
meat. You're probably sitting around the meat.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Learning came with a new technology. So I did mention it at the beginning a little bit. With every time there's a new technology, there's always a learning curve. So there's gonna be a group of people that are willing to actually learn the technology. Those people are going to be very successful and the future millionaires that are actually willing to do that. And I don't know if I'm gonna say fortunately or unfortunately, but I would say fortunately to this group, most businesses hire up to integrate AI into the business. There's so many people can be better learning. There's so many like AI softwares available. You need to know prompting. It's just like the whole learning curve. Majority of the businesses can be bothered. So that's a good advantage. That's why it creates a massive, massive opportunity 2025 for the people that go through that learning curve to be able to provide a service to the businesses that they cannot be bothered to go through the learning curve. So this is basically that's how I create a high demand and low supply, right? Because there are not many people that go through the right education and they try to self-educate themselves AI, and there's every single day there's a new AI software coming. There's like, because AI is evolving so fast and there's a changes that coming, and then you can't keep up with that, then you feel overwhelmed. Then you're gonna go try to explore these AI softwares. You don't know how to use them. You don't know what the practical use of them. Then you feel overwhelmed. Then you say AI is not good. This is basically right. Yeah, who can relate to what I'm just saying now? Who can relate? When you try to go through the self-learning process, it's just like so overwhelming because it just, it just moving so quickly. And that's a problem. So a lot of the people that at the moment trying to go through that learning curve of AI, they don't know how to learn. And they feel so overwhelmed. Guys, do you mind to mute yourself? Maybe Tatiana, if you don't mind to mute everyone. Thank you. So yeah, it's that's basically one of the biggest issues. So that's your competitive advantage being in the AR community, because we have the whole framework about how you can learn AI in a proper way, not to learn everything, to learn what is actually practical for the businesses, what they need to be able to, provide those services. So ways to profit from AI knowledge. So get paid by the businesses and gain a competitive advantage to outperform the competitors. So I already covered that one. So just put in a chat, what is the number one thing that every business needs? What do you think it is? Just make a guess. What is that number one thing? Is it customer? Is it cash flow? Is it employees? Business name? Logo? A product or service, sales, profit, money. So the number one thing that every customer needs is every business needs is customers. Basically, it's very, very easy, right? So every business needs to have a customer. So that's why the main focus of the AI is customer acquisition. What is the point of us trying to teach you guys about how to fulfill the client, how to, for example, do the customer service with AI when there's no customer, right? So the main focus and the number one step has to be customer. You need to acquire the customer first, then try to say, okay, now how can I scale? How can I go and automate things? So basically, the customer acquisition is our main focus, and that's something that we could absolutely master it with AI to be able to do the customer acquisition, but automating the customer acquisition, basically turning the stranger into the customer, and to be able to get customers while you're asleep. Who wants to get customer while they're asleep without any cold call, without needing to go to those trade shows, without needing to beg to people in the Facebook group? Even though the traditional way still works, we actually have a course that called the Client Acquisition One that is all about the organic way of acquiring the customers. So that course is a kind of mix of a little bit of AI and a little bit of the traditional method. It's actually one of the what does it call? Bestseller course after the AI accelerator course. That Client Acquisition One is one of our bestseller courses. It's a very, very good. It's 7 strategy that we discuss about how to acquire customers, mix of AI and traditional. Still, some of the traditional method works. Like even in that course, we have the script. We have about how you can actually use the AI to generate something personalized for that business in less than 5 minutes. So when you go and do the cold call, when you do the cold email, you basically build the product for them. And that course is really good because when you do go down the path of cold emailing, cold calling, then if you're gonna say, hey, I'm Atena, I'm the best in the world, no one's gonna reply to you, right? This is what the cold calling and cold emailing doesn't work. But what we did that in that course, we said that what about if you bring AI to it? You still go to cold email, however, you build it for them. If you're going to say, okay, I can build a Facebook ad for you, go build it for them. Go build it for them, show it to them. I built this for you. And then that's when it's going to grab the attention. That's why you're going to get a reply. So a little bit of mix of AI and the traditional. That course is really, really good. It's available for the purchase if anyone interested. But basically, like even with that methods, you don't need to do that anymore. Like you could do that one, but you could also go down the path of like the completely automating this customer acquisition. So you don't even have to go to Facebook groups and do any of that and automate the process. So how does that work? Let's talk about a little bit of first all the school business practices. Yeah. So you know that I love this. So just remind me of my mom when I was a teenager and she was trying to give me curfew, right? Atana, you have to do this. You have to be home by 12. You're not allowed to go this. You're not allowed to do this with your boyfriend. Literally, it was like a curfew. But these sort of rules, like you need the 6 months before hitting 10K. You need to post 3 times a day for 90 days to be able to get your branding out there. You need to hire a team of the 5 people before to be able to scale. You just need the first 12 months of the business, you just need to do trial and error to figure out what works. At best, it takes 3 to 5 years to hit $1 million mark, and it's normal. Does anyone can relate? Like you guys hearing these rules? Like the people trying to give you the rules about what needs to happen for you guys to be able to make money? And that's what's killing all the businesses. The moment you let go of these rules, that's when you can start shining. There's no rules, guys, for the business. There's absolutely no rules. And we prove that. So let's just have it. It's all made of absolute BS. So the moment that we start following the rules, everything changed for us. A multi-million-dollar momentum in weeks, not years. And this is just like some of the awards that we received in the last few months because of all of the successes that we had in the AI, because we just stopped following the rules. I don't give a damn shit about the rules. Then you need to do this to be able to do that. It's just like there is no rule in the business. The rule is what is your limited mindset, is what the traditional coach is trying to tell you, that you need to do this many this for the day to achieve this. This day there is absolutely no rule with the AI. It's just how quickly you can scale, how quickly you can take to something that would take years. You could do it in months, you could do it in weeks, and it is possible. So a little bit about my personal journey. And some of you know it, but that's a little bit of, I love this slide because I literally went back to 2023 about how I all started. So 2023, basically, and early 2024, what I achieved. So I created over 255 pages of the professional GPT prompts. So I ended up becoming a prompt engineer by accident. That's how I got obsessed with AI. So ChatGPT launched, then I started getting obsessed with it. Then I was like, okay, how can I revolutionize the marketing industry with AI, right? So that was back to when I was in the maternity leave, actually. So I was looking after two small kids, two small children, and at the same time getting obsessed, working so ridiculously hard, waking up 1 or 2 a.m. because I was just so obsessed and I was fell in love with AI so much. So yeah, I started creating the prompts. Then I was like, how can I revolutionize the marketing with AI? I started mastering 100 plus AI software, how you can actually apply each AI software, each prompt for the different marketing. I basically ended up revolutionizing the entire marketing with AI. And so let me guys quickly to switch it and show you guys a little bit about, can you guys see my prompt book? Yeah. So this is basically the prompt book that I did. So this is the worth of like 2 years of effort, right? To be able to go and create the prompt for everything that you want to do. You want to create a Facebook ad? No worries. Okay, so try and error, try and error. So basically everything that I've learned in my marketing career, which has been, I would say I have like 13, 14 years experience in tech and marketing. I basically went to all of my learning. I was like, how can I revolutionize this with AI? By creating basically the prompt for everything that you could do, because the ChatGPT and AI is that you put garbage in, you get a garbage out, right? That's how it works. That's why the ChatGPT, every time I say it's robotic, the content is not good, it's just because you don't know how to use it. The AI, if you know how to use it, if you give it a proper prompt, then that's how you can actually go and leverage it like that's how you have the competitive advantage basically. So yeah, so basically I spent over 4,000 hours in the past couple of years, I would say since early 2023, to be able to come up with all of this prompt, trial and error to that. And to go back to you guys, this is the marketing framework that I created. So this marketing framework that is 24 steps come from 14 years experience working for, I've worked for the 8 non-figure corporate businesses in my career journey. And I was the CTO of the big companies and all of that learning experience that I had. And I'm like, how can I revolutionize with AI? Imagine every single step, that 24 step could be done with AI. And that's what I said. I basically split it into marketing framework. It goes through the 3 steps. So it's lead generation, lead nurture, and customer service and sales. Okay. So you basically acquire the customer, and then you go and nurture the customer, then they turn to a customer, then you need to provide a customer service. So every category, lead generation, is consists of number of things. You need to do research, you need to do landing page and create a funnel, you need to have the sales call, sales pitch, you need to do the events, you need to do podcasts, SEO, blog. This is all of paid advertising, book, social media omnipresent. So all of these steps of the customer acquisition, I was like, how can I do that with AI? Then that's when I got obsessed with it. I literally went and explored all of this AI software. Okay, you want to do podcast? What is available? Try the 10 different software. What is the best software? So basically, that's how I ended up becoming a really good consultant in AI, because now I know exactly what software to use for what purpose, what is good, what is the advantage of that, which one is free, which one is costly. And then I came up with this strategy about, okay, so we want to do this, how you do this with AI. You want to do that. So I basically started that, and I started teaching it to my customer. I go through my journey a little bit more about how I did that. And when you go to the lead nurture again, how you can nurture that you need to have the live chat and customer support. You need to have an email marketing follow-up. You need to be able to create a proposal. How can you do that with AI? You need to be omnipresent. You need to have the sales team audit. You need to have follow-up or AI phone team. You need to have personalized video. So when deep dive into that, how you could do all of that with AI. And then we go to the sales and customer service. You need to have an SOP. We create all of our SOP with AI. So, and then customer engagement. How do you create a personalized experience for your customer? How do you do upsell? How do you have a AI team call? How can you create a product that you could actually upsell, a product that is AI based? So basically, yeah, this is basically my journey. That's back to the 2023 again. So I'm gonna go back here. That's basically what I'll be up to in 2023. And 2023, I didn't monetize or anything. I was just in maternity leave, looking after my kids and just being obsessed and just self learning, self education, and creating these amazing things that I created. And February 2024, that's when I started, like, I talked to my coach. I had a coach and I showed him what I did. And I was like, Atena, I know it's time to change the world. This is what you achieve is just like not normal. Go and try to do education and share it with the world. Do not keep those prompts to yourself because, imagine how many people can access those prompts and, the business change. That's when I decided to launch my business. I was like, no, this is time. February 2025, I launched Risk-Free Marketing Pty Ltd. It's a company that based in Sydney, Australia. And I launched my very, very first webinar. So this is a very, very first webinar that I launched because I launched a webinar to be able to sell my 10 weeks AI Accelerator course. So the 10 weeks AI Accelerator course is the very, very first course that I did that I started teaching people about the prompting and also about the AI softwares. So that was we had the Monday copywriting and prompts, and we have the Thursday software and hacks. That's how we run the course for 10 weeks. And so this was a webinar. I was just very quickly share with you guys my very, very first webinar that I launched. This is very original, back to like a year ago. It's bring back all the memories. It was exceptionally successful webinar that I did. And I was able to, so I did that webinar, I did 3 webinars and I could sell 70 to 70 people. And that was a high ticket offer, $2,000. $2,000 course for 10 weeks. I sold to 70 in 3 webinars. So exceptionally successful. That was my very first. What I'm trying to say is not try to show off. What I'm trying to say that absolutely new to business, someone that never done webinar in the past, I never done public speaking in the past before this time. That was my very, very first time in front of a camera with a big audience. Very, very first time. And I still remember those shaky hands and how nervous I was. But the point is, guys, you need to go out of your comfort zone and you just need to start and you just need to trust yourself that you can do it. You can do it. Like there's so many successful people that been there. We all been there, right? So yeah, and the first webinar to give you guys idea, I practiced it for weeks. Literally, I spent a couple of weeks to practice that. It was very and the first one wasn't good at all. I do remember the first one, I didn't sell many, but the second one I mastered it. So this is basically the funnel that I had it. I just quickly go and play. This video that you guys see is 100% generated by AI.
Get ready for an electrifying
And
journey
that's not me, by the way, that's my avatar.
into the future with me, Atena, or should I say robot Atena. It's an AI version of Atena, the AI embodiment of marketing innovation. In just a few days, we're set to unveil the future of business growth through the power of AI in marketing. Ignore this, and you're choosing to lag behind in an era of rapid advancement. In recent months, I have delved deep into the AI domain, investing countless hours. I've led the charge in revolutionizing marketing strategies, engineering dynamic funnels, and refining operations with the most advanced AI tools. This event is more than a mere gathering. It's an intensive 2-hour masterclass that encapsulates my extensive research and meticulous testing into a dynamic learning explosion. Position yourself at the vanguard of the AI revolution, decode the secrets of future market trends, and master how to leverage AI to drastically reduce costs, significantly boost your revenue, and supercharge your sales. I'm offering you the master plan to not just endure, but to reign supreme in 2024. And rest assured, your satisfaction is our utmost priority. Should you feel, after attending our masterclass, that your time was not well utilized, we sincerely invite you to express your concerns. Send us an email detailing your experience, and as a inspector of Robot Atena, to trail you across the digital landscape.
Yeah, so I use HeyGen to create this avatar of myself. So I have actually HeyGen open here, and the HeyGen has been improved a lot since, because that's back to a year ago. So definitely that's something that you want to create avatar, and then with the HeyGen now you can create your walking avatar as well. I just play this one so you guys can see how the walking avatar look like. Oops, I don't know why not playing. I'll go back. Because it's okay. Yeah, anyway, that's Yeah, it's not playing because it's trying to. Okay, I'll show it to you guys later. But yeah, I got a lot of different versions of my avatar, and I was using it a lot back to a year ago for content creation and a lot of it. So I'm gonna go back to this again. So yeah, this webinar was exceptionally successful with a very, very high conversion rate. And why it was very successful. So we did so Gabor Christo, my co-founder, he did a funnel mastery hacking workshop in our paid community a couple of weeks ago. That was like a half a day workshop. And then he went so much deep dive into how we getting this high conversion rate in all of the funnels because we model. So this is basically model from the very, very successful business. That's why it was very, very successful. High conversion rate, 3 webinars, 70 clients. I could launch my AI marketing accelerator course very, very successfully, even though I was very nervous. And so that's basically back to February. Then I launched my course, 10 weeks course in April. And we had 50 active clients. So if you look at these, from those 70 people, 20 of them never engaged. They're just course junkies. They bought something and never actually consumed it. But we had about 50 active clients that participated in the session. And then we created a momentum of the original 50. We call them original 50 with a bracelet that it says ARPreneurs original 50. And this is basically the portal that my students had access to when they got the course. So the portal that had a lot of the education that I've been doing, my prompts, and then we also had the recording. So that's just a screenshot of that portal as a memory. When we're back to the June 2024, then I launched the ARPreneurs in the Skool. That's when I launched it. I discovered the Skool. So we got over 7,000 members in 110 countries in only 6 months. Very, very fast scaling. One of the fastest growing AI communities in the Skool. And because we were using AI for the client acquisition, so that's why we could scale very, very fast. And then what else happened in the June? So in June 2024, I ended up recognized as a top female tech entrepreneur to watch 2024, and I recognized as the leading AI entrepreneur of the year. So then all of a sudden went viral all over the social media, and my story started getting published, over 100 publications worldwide. Then what happened in July? In July, I got invited to Power of the Success, and I spoke. That was my first ever speaking gig that I was exceptionally nervous, speaking in front of an audience of 1,000 people about AI. And I shared the stage with the celebrity non-figure entrepreneurs. And yeah, that's when I became an international speaker, basically. And then there's just some of the successful entrepreneurs that I shared the stage where you can see that the founder of the Reebok, that's Jim Key, the CEO of the Blockbuster and 7-Eleven. And then you go to the September 2024, I co-founded the ARPreneurs Business Lab, which is our AR marketing software with my best friend Gabor Christen. So we launched this business in Dubai. So this business is my second business, basically, brand new business that it's just like an AI software and has nothing to do with education part. We launched it in Dubai and we were exceptionally had success with it. Basically, the first 3 weeks that we launched the software, we could make 300K worth of subscription in the first 3 weeks. Very, very successful business. And then what has happened? So we got our first full-time employee, Tatiana. You can see Tatiana's face here. So that was the very, very first time we actually employed someone. So that was my team has started actually shaping that. So you guys gonna think to yourself, so Atena, you achieve all of this without any employee? Yes, that's correct. I only had a VA. So with no employee, I could achieve all of this success. And I'm saying this to you guys that to see it is possible. If anyone tell you need to have 10 employees to achieve this, no. This is rules again. Get rid of the rules. So we got our first full-time employee, Tatiana. Then what has happened? So that's, I think, yeah, that's September. So we are speaking at Strong China. So I got invited to speak in China, a Strong, which is the world's largest business conference. I was a keynote speaker, so I spoke in front of a huge audience. There was 10,000 plus people that attended that conference. And I was also the panelist speaker. So then I become international speaker, right? And I talk about AI. October 2024, I won the award of the finalist for the most innovative of the year in Australia. That's the biggest industry Australian award that is only once a year. I got nominated for it, and I had the footage of it in the Instagram that when I saw my name that I'm on the list of finalists, I actually cried. I couldn't believe it because I was competing with the big, huge companies. The companies that attended there for that award, they were huge. I was the only tiny startup, and I was like, how is it, like, I was literally couldn't believe it. I was like, how is it even possible that I'm the finalist for the most innovator of the year, like just a brand new startup? And this is my face in the ceremony again, along all of these other companies. Then in November 2025, I visited the Skool HQ in the Los Angeles. I met so many amazing people, successful entrepreneurs. You can recognize some of these faces. Then we had our very, very first expo, ARpreneurs. We had an expo there in November in LA. And you can see the Patrice and Dan from Skool Masterclass and Patrice Copywriter. If you guys recognize their face, they came here and helped us. And then what else happened in November? I spoke in Mega Success. It's again a huge business conference with the celebrities and a lot of successful people. I had an opportunity of the speaking in front of audience 1,000 again. I got invited there, and then we won the Skool game in November with the break record of 350K in 30 days. We won the Cybertruck and became the #1 community in the school. And this is the video of me and Tatiana after we won the game. I just play this with you guys. Happy memories, Tatiana. You didn't expect me to put this video. Oh, I don't know why it's not playing.
Yeah, guys, Atena here.
This is our last VSL and first VSL as a school winner. Guys, we won the game. #1 community in the school. We're not only #1, but we are also good. We are not only good, we are also red.
Oh my guys, that whole red diamond thing, that was a rumor. That's just hilarious. So I'll tell you guys a story about the red diamond. Literally a day before the school game was about to finish, then I was in touch with Goose. I don't know if you guys know Goose. Goose is one of the organizers of the school. He's the founder of the cat in the school. He's also created all of these emojis. He told me, Atena, by the way, did you know that if you hit 300K, there's a secret emojis that's red diamond that are going to be displayed? I was like, are you serious? And about at that time we were 200. We were around 200 something. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have literally 24 hours to hit an extra 100K that we were short. And then I told to Tatiana, I still have the footage of that. I came to Tatiana, I said, Tatiana, I have a good news and bad news. And which one do you want to hear first? And she said, okay, tell me the bad one. I said that she said, tell me the good one. I said that the good news is there is a new emoji that the red diamond. No one ever discovered that. And so yeah, and she said, okay, what's the bad news? I said the bad news is that you need to hit 300K, so that means we are short 100K. And she was like, oh my gosh, we have 24 hours. You telling me that we need to have another 100K to be able to? I was like, yes, is it possible? Impossible, million try. So there's nothing that we cannot achieve. So basically we went all in. The last 24 hours of a game, we were live. We literally went live and we hit 100K. If you can see here, 100K last 24 hours. And after that, we hit that. I was like, where is the red diamond? There was no red diamond. And then I called the Goose. I was like, where's the red diamond? He said, okay, I need to investigate that. So apparently we found out that to change the red diamond to the ninja, and if you claim the goat, then you're gonna stay the goat because goat is above the ninja. Anyway, that's what happened. But that was just a hilarious for us that red diamond, it create that incentive for us and motivation to be able to actually go all in the last 24 hours and to hit 100K in 24 hours. Apparently, red diamond, no one in the Skool community could ever claim it. We are the very, very first guys. A lot of break records this month. Thank you so much for everyone that supported us in this journey. It has been a madness month. Everyone, all the new web members that you just joined our community and you trusted us. Thank you so much. Without you, we wouldn't be here. All of the amazing creators in the entire Skool community that supported us. You guys so amazing, and we are just so grateful about this amazing community of the school. And we are one. I know we created a team. We are one.
Yes, and thank you guys so much for joining, for supporting, for giving yourself this opportunity to dive into AI and work with AI and be an AIpreneur. And we're going to be with you very, very soon. Just bear with us, and we're going to make sure that. And we never took a break, actually. We're supposed to, but we never took a break. So yeah, just happy memories. So you guys looking at it, that November was very eventful month for us. We achieved a lot.
And then December 2024, it didn't stop there. We won the Two Comma Club award. So does anyone know what is Two Comma Club? Put it in the chat if you know what it is. So it's a Russell Brunson's that if you have one funnel that generates over $1 million, you can win it. And this is basically when I woke up to the Gabor, my co-founder's message saying that we won the award. And so yeah, I'm still waiting to receiving my copy, but Gabor received his copy. So this is basically the picture of the award, and I cannot wait to get my copy. So this is what happened December, and that whole Two Comma Club story, I'm not going to go through it, but that was long story again because we were very, very short. We have a short period of time. We came up with a Cyber Monday offer, and we could actually win that award. And that's just another story that we were 100,000 short. We was like, guys, we have 24 hours. We are 100,000 short. What do we do? We came up with the Cyber Monday offer in the very, very last minute. We launched a marketing campaign, 70 plus marketing copy. We went all in 24 hours. We made 120K in 24 hours. And it just like, when you raise your standard of realizing that anything is possible, that's the whole point of these stories. Anything is possible. There's no rule. And then it didn't stop there. I also participated in the Alex Hormoz's 100 competition. I don't know if you guys saw it, or it's called the Speed Runner. That basically is, he said, Alex Hormoz selected 100 communities that said that any community that's going to grow more, starting from 0 in 90 days, we came second on that one, and you can see our name. So that was also another competition. So that's it. So again, we're gonna have a recap of the journey. I'm gonna go back in. So February 2024 started my journey from the scratch. 0. Throughout after 2024, I became an international speaker, spoken all around the world in bigger stages, and also received multiple industry awards. And December 2024, we achieved a multi-millionaire status 7-figure entrepreneur in 10 months. This was my journey. And why I'm saying all of this, to impress you guys, to make you motivated? No. The whole point of all of this is impossible to million try. This is what I remind myself every day. You guys look at my bracelet. Impossible million try. Everything that everyone telling me that it's not possible. You know how many people told me that it's not possible to win the Skool game and Two Comma Club at the same time? Because the rules were completely different. With the Two Comma Club, you need to collect the money outside of the school through the click funnel. For the Skool game, you need to collect the money in the school. And I said, how the hell are you going to achieve that, Atena? It's impossible. It's technically impossible. You cannot do that. This is the proof. I'm like, I'll show you what is possible. And everything, and we had the Two Comma Club story with a short 24 hours, with the Skool game, Red Diamond. It's just like the whole story, just showing that it's all in our mindset. So everything starts with here, guys. Everything starts with here. That you need to be able to have your true potential of what you're capable of, that, and you really badly want it. You really badly want something. And you're going to say, I would do whatever it takes. You need to not be accept all of those rules and everyone tell you. So basically, yeah, step 1, mindset, letting go of the rules. There's no rules in the business. Remember that. The rules are only the things that you set up in your mindset to the limited belief. Setting unreasonable goal. If you set unreasonable goal, you push yourself out of your comfort zone to achieve them. If your goals are reasonable, you're like everyone else. So that's one thing that I learned from Tony Robbins. And that was actually one thing that I would say I own this mindset is because of Tony Robbins. Because when I attended the Date with Destiny with him in, I think that was December 2023. That's when I set up the big goals then, because he was teaching us that if you set up the unreasonable goals and you think about them every day, you feel them, then your brain will figure it out. But if your goals reasonable, you're not gonna work hard because you're like everyone else. If you want to be that billionaire, you want to be that 1 in a million successful entrepreneurs, the common pattern between all of them that they all had unreasonable goals. And that's what they set them apart from everyone else. And that was the point that I had a breakthrough, and I realized to set up unreasonable goal for myself. And I made the decision like January 2023, before I launched my business, 6 marketing. I said I'm gonna be a 7-figure entrepreneur. I'm gonna win the Two Comma Club, and I'm going to be everything that I achieved, I felt them. I set the goal at the beginning of the year and I achieved them. Every single thing that was in my list, I achieved them. And this is just, is it because of hard work? It is, but the first step is mindset, yeah? If the mindset wasn't there, the hard work wouldn't be there. And the other thing that's important is unreasonable action. You cannot set up unreasonable goal and achieve that miraculously that would happen. So you need to do unreasonable action that is unreasonable for normal human. That's why a lot of people call me that you're not a normal human. If I'm not normal, if I'm normal human, I would be having normal result, right? So what is the unreasonable action that I did? I eliminated the distraction completely. Completely, I eliminated distraction last year. So anything that was distracting to me, I eliminated that. Whether it was the friends, watching movie, doing activity, doing anything that was a distraction that would distract me from my goals, I would just eliminate that. Discipline, that was very, very important. The discipline that you set a goal and I said, okay, tomorrow I'm going to finish this. I will not go to bed until I finish it. So discipline. If I make a promise to myself, I would do that 100%. Not giving up. There was so many times that was very easy to give up even during the school game that we were so behind. Like we were number 4 in the leaderboard until halfway through the school game. And I wanted to be number 1 because I told to everyone, if I'm not number 1, I will pull out of the competition. And the team was saying, okay, well, it's very hard, right? And I would just refuse to give up. Every single situation gets hard, I refuse to give up. And my team knows that. I just refuse to give up. I'm like, no, I'm not giving up. It must be a way. It must be a way. I will make a way. And the same with the 2 Club. When my co-founder told me that, because we thought that the deadline is until end of December, and then we realized the deadline was actually 1st of December with the 2 Club. That was our mistake. My co-founder literally told me, Atena, we only have 24 hours to launch this. We are $100,000 short. How are we gonna do it? And then we were giving up. Like it was like, no, I don't think, like literally, how are we gonna make $100,000 in 24 hours? I was like, Cyber Monday. We go launch this marketing campaign, this, made a plan, we made 120K, 24 hours. It's just me refusing to give up, right? Refuse to give up and constantly say, it is possible, it must be a way. This mindset, it just like made a huge, huge difference in my success. Being hungry for success. You just want to be hungry for success, wanting to have those things. If you're not hungry enough, then you're not going to be, because the business is so difficult. It's just so ups and downs. Like, you guys seeing all of the victory and all of the achievement, but you don't see all of those cries. You don't see all of those failures. You know how many times I fell and I just, stand back on my feet again. So a lot of things that we did was failure. Did every marketing campaign that we did, it was successful? Of course the hell not. We had so many failed marketing campaigns. The very, very first webinar we launched on the first hour that the Skool game launched it, we planned weeks in advance. We made a perfect webinar. We launched that webinar. No one bought from us. 0 sales. And I was like, oh my gosh. We entered the Skool game with 0 sales. That was all of our plan. If I had a mindset of giving up, I would have given up then. I didn't give up. Yeah. Being hungry for success, not giving up. Eliminating negative people in your life. That's one thing I did in 2024. I literally made a list of who is giving me bad energy, who's giving me good energy. Whether family, friend, I don't care. For me, my business, my career, my future is my hand, my control. I don't care. So I eliminated all of negative people in my life. So I lost a lot of people in 2024. But the good news is that then I surround myself with all of the like-minded people. So I made a lot of friends that we speak the same language. And that's just the Tony Robbins says proximity is power. Yeah. So when you surround yourself with the successful people, then you realize that what is possible. And then one of the reasons that actually in the Skool game, I didn't give up with all of those difficulties we're going through, because I went to make a success, that conference, and I was surrounded with all of these 8-9-figure entrepreneurs, having the launch conversations, and they're just realizing that, oh my gosh, look at this people's journey, right? It is possible. Like when the people are talking about making $1 million in an hour, then you're gonna say, this is possible. He did that. I could do that too. Like, you know what I mean? When you hang out with these people, you see the possibility. When you see the possibility, then you're going to try for it. If your brain knows something possible, it will try for it. If you think it's not possible, you're not going to even try. So surrounding yourself with the people that are telling you it's possible, they're telling you these are stories, then you're going to realize it's possible. If she could do that, I could do that too. So this is super important. And that would be a friendly advice to all of you this year. This is just the beginning of the year. You have the whole year in front of you. It's try to surround yourself with these like-minded people that have unreasonable goals, and to be able to shift that mindset, to be able to see the possibility, to be able to create that competition. And that's what I like about the Skool game, because it's like you're putting yourself in the competition environment, that you compete, you want to be the best. And that definitely make a huge difference. And anyone that telling you you cannot do it, you're not good enough, just you don't need to hang out with those people. You don't need to hear them. Like I barely talked to my mom last year, because everyone I talked to her, she was saying something negative, right? And it would affect me. And I was like, I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm cave woman this year. Just forgive me. I love you. I really love you. But for the sake of my future, I just decided that I don't want to talk. This is just like, and she understood it. My sisters understood it. My friends understood it. I lost my friends, basically, all of them, because I basically told them that, because all of them were talking about just about talking about babies. Because we got two small kids, and sitting with them, they just talk about baby. I did this, and then try to make you feel guilty that you're a bad mom because you just work. And I'm like, this is just such negative energy for me. I don't want any negative energy, because anything just suck my energy, then I'm gonna be in bad mood. Then I cannot afford to be in bad mood, because I need to work hard. So this is basically a decision I made in 2024, and I'm so glad I made that decision. And looking back, I'm saying that anyone wants to go down the path of being focused on the career, they need to eliminate distraction. They need to eliminate negative people in their life, temporary at least. And they need to surround themselves with the like-minded people. There's a three essential core of the getting to that success is this. Super, super important. So now we're going to talk about the how to build the automated system. Okay. So now we're going to do a bit of content. I think we're running a little bit late. We're probably going to have another 20 minutes, which is all content. We're going to go through about our system, how we did the lead generation. So how to build that client acquisition automated system. This is what we did. So basically, this is our framework. So you basically, step one is to find the leads. You could do that with AI. Step two, you grab the lead's attention, right? You find the lead, you grab the lead attention. Step three is you convert the lead. And step four is follow up. So basically, take a screenshot of this. This is bad. You build this once, then you use it for over and over and over. This is how the system that you want to create for the client acquisition automated system, 4-step. So how do you do that? I'll go through each step one by one. So finding leads, Facebook ads. So one of the biggest source of the lead generation last year for us was Facebook advertising, paid advertising. Because with paid advertising, it's so quick. Content creations also work. It's really good, but it's a little bit more long-term strategy. We wanted to scale fast, so we went down the path of the Facebook advertising paid. So, and how we used to do the Facebook advertising pre-AI and how we did it post-AI. Okay, so I'll tell you guys the differences. So basically, in the past, we used to collect the email list. So the businesses that I used to work for, we used to collect so many email addresses over years, and then you put those email addresses into the Facebook. And then you ask Facebook to create the lookalike audience. And that's how we used to do it. You create a lookalike audience, so the Facebook go and find the people similar to that. So this is just a way that everyone used to do and everyone doing now, to be honest. Like thing that I'm going to show you, majority of the Facebook experts don't know even about it. So this is a traditional way. And how we did that is this. So Facebook is launch a feature that is a little bit secret feature that, from my understanding, even most of the Facebook experts don't know about it or don't use it. It's called the Use Advantage Plus Audience. Take a screenshot of this. Use Advantage Plus Audience. So basically, with this feature, you don't need to do targeting anymore. So forget about targeting. Remember in the past, we used to target, say, oh, go, for example, target the woman between the ages 18 to 25, that they are interested in this, that they do this, right? This is like a target. That is how everyone doing it. How we did this? We use the AI feature of the Facebook that called the advanced and audience. So we basically gave it zero targeting. We didn't give it any age, any demographic, any interest, nothing. And we told to Facebook, no, go find people similar to this. to this list. You basically can go and import your list that you have. So we build an email list that like over the past 12 months, we have like 12,000 in our email list at the moment. So we build that, we import it into Facebook. We said that no, go use advantage on audience. And that's what the Facebook, this was the one of the like a absolute secret source of our Facebook advertising. People say, how you guys getting cheap lead? How you guys getting all of this? Is because that's what we did. It's exactly the process that we did. We use the advantage audience instead of the targeting. Okay, that's something that a lot of people are not aware of. Definitely make a note of that if you want to go down the path of Facebook advertising. So that's one thing for the paid. Number two, that grabbing attention with AI. So Facebook go and find all of those leads overnight. Okay, in a matter of like a few seconds. You import the leads, use the audience on advantage, then it go instantly find the quality leads for you. No, you're going to say, okay, no, it comes to the grabbing the attentions lead. How do you grab the attention lead? We use 100% AI for our creatives and for our ad copy. How do we do that? So we got this amazing award-winning AI software that called ARpreneurs Business Lab, that some of you using it if you're a member of us. If you're not using it, this is our software. So basically with our software, you could go and do all of the Facebook advertising, basically everything in marketing, you could do it with our software, and it's just about execution. So we got basically all the tools. I'll go and click on it. You can see how easily you can go create a Facebook ad. So if you go to the ad section, right, you could literally go and create so many different variations of your ads. So I'm not going to go through a whole training of the software, but software exceptionally easy to use. It's just a matter of clicking, no input, and then you could use different language model. So if you want to create, for example, you know, like each of these is going to create 5 variations. So I could, if you want to have 20 different copy for ad, I could go and use different language model. And then it will go in a matter of less than a minute. I'll have 20 different copy for the ad. It's just exceptionally simple. So we use our software for everything. So any of you that are wondering, hi guys, how do you do your funnel? How do you do ads? How do you do all of your posts? How do you do this? It's not just a software, because the software has over 100 tools to do anything for the marketing. It's just a matter of clicking around, no input, no prompting. Everything has built into it, right? So now you can see that I have all of these amazing ad copy that a copywriter would charge you at least $1,000 to $2,000 to write a quality ad like this. Storytelling type of ads. So anyway, that's just one type of the ads. There's like 4 different type of the ads that you could create. So that's basically how we did it. Okay, so grab the attention and use AI 100%. So, and number 3, so we built it once, it worked 24/7. That's the advantage of that. So you have your Facebook campaign set up, right? Then you created your ad, then it worked 24/7. Just you put the budget into it and it just find lead over and over and over for you. It's like a, you know, automated machine. Then number 3 is that, okay, so find the leads, grab the attentions, then the leads need to go to the landing page. This is what you create a funnel. So you never ever send the traffic to your website, because website is too much distraction, hasn't been designed. You create a funnel. If those of you doesn't know what the funnel is, that's what the funnel is. When you do paid advertising, you need to have a funnel. So this is our $1 million winning funnel for To Come a Club Award that we created. So it's basically this one. The one on the left, it's for Russell Brunson, and the one on the right is ours, and the conversion rate 94%. So we had a couple of thousand people that went through that funnel in November month, and we had the exceptional high conversion. So our conversion rate was sitting between 80 to 98%. And in November month, which is the average industrial standard for the webinar funnels, is around 5 or 10% at max. So we were getting like 80 to 90% conversion rate. And then if you guys wonder how we did that, so inside our tool, our software, we got something that is an extension, that with the extension, you could go model anything in the world. You could basically, it's called a one-click copy repurposer. So any funnel that you like, you could literally go and model it. So model it for your own business. This is what we did. Anyway, we provided training about how you could do that. And this is basically how we did that. So our webinar funnel ended up winning the To Come a Club, and with a very, very high conversion rate. So this is number 3. And again, you could do that with AI. We have a tool that you could do that, and the do it once leverage. And number 4 is a follow-up. So with the follow-up is super important. You cannot just go create a webinar funnel and you don't follow up with people. So you need to create the email sequences. So this is ours. Everything that you guys see, the screenshot is for ours. So this is a screenshot of the automation we created for our webinar. It's a 6-day sequence that you create and you automate it. So we use Go High Level ourselves for creating the funnels and automations. And when you go automated, then a couple of thousand people that went to that webinar, they all did the same email. They just started getting it like a 24 hours apart. Then they went and received the second email. So it's called a sequence. So you could automate this entire process. So those of you that want to do lead generation, you could just generate thousands of leads, and everyone that come to your business is go to the sequence of the automation, right? So they get nurtured. So this is basically how we did it. So these are the 4 steps. How you can create a money making machine. You set it up only once. Like this, how long does it take to create this automation? We actually, with all the automation that we did, we have a snapshot that we created and we give to our students. You could basically don't even have to build it. You could use our snapshot to import it into your Go High Level account. But yeah, you do it once and then you just work for you forever. Every lead come to your business is they get nature. And how did we create the copy for the sequences? We use the lab again. So we use the different tools in the lab for different purposes. If you go to the email marketing section, you can see I have the shotgun email series. We got the introduction email, and we also have the human email sequence generator. So you don't have to figure it out about how the copy need to be. You could go generate the copy there, and there's no input you need to put. You basically, with the lab, you can just literally go create your business context. Once you create your business context, then you don't have to explain your business. And how do you create a business context is exceptionally easy. If you have a website, you go to your website. If you have an about page of Skool, you go to about page of Skool. If you don't have anything, just talk about your business for 5 minutes. Literally copy this. Copy the information from your website or from your about page of a Skool, paste it into here, click on generate, then all of a sudden it created an amazing business context for you. It's saved in the database. Now you want to create an email sequence, you could create email sequence. Now you want to create ad, you want to create funnel, you want to create anything for your marketing. You want to create website, you want to create the webinar. So basically then it use this context to do that. If you have a particular offer, you put your offer there. We have offer summarizer tool. And then based on that offer, you could create the sequences, you could create that. Anyway, there's a lot of heaps of training about how to leverage all of this software, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of, idea about how we do things with AI in case you're wondering. And so basically, yeah, so the entire automation created by AI and the entire copy of the automation also created by AI using our own tool. So this is just think about it. That's why I like a webinar and I love the one-to-many approach or just the getting the leads in bulk because think about your time, right? So how many calls can you get a day? If you work 8 hours a day and each call takes about 45 minutes and maximum we can get 10 calls a day, right? And then you go launch a webinar like this that is exceptionally successful and high conversion rate because it's modeled after the best and 90%, 8 or 9 out of 10 people that come to that webinar, they sign up to that webinar. Then you get 300 people into the webinar. Then you pitch to 300 people in an hour versus that trying to spend 8 hours to pitch to 10. So that's the difference. That's why I like it's a scalable business model, guys. If you're going to do one-on-one sales, you'll never be able to scale it. Then you're going to be following those rules. You need to do at least that many calls a day to be able to do this. This is rules. Get rid of the rules. If you're going to have a scalable business model, webinars are the best. So with the webinar, you could create a funnel with the tool, the copy. We could create even the webinar. So if you go to the webinar tools, then I could create the entire script of your webinar through these tools. You don't even need to think about. So you can see all of our webinar tools, perfect webinar outline, evaluator, destructive, workflow. Basically, you can create entire webinar script, entire outline, entire offer, everything through these tools. Something that used to take ages. Like when I did my AI Accelerator course, I was telling you guys I was working on the script for weeks, literally for weeks. Now it could be done in a day. So that's the difference with AI versus non-AI. So yeah, that makes a huge difference. That's why you could literally go down the path of faster scale without spending months on doing something. The other one, so webinar strategy steps. So this is exactly, so if you want to go down the path of webinar, okay, there are a few things you could do. What we do ourselves, we use the Zoom webinar. We don't use Zoom meeting. So there is a Zoom meeting, there's a Zoom webinar. the advantage is that Zoom webinar, when you create a Zoom webinar, which you have to pay a couple of $100 for that, is obviously you could do the polls and stuff, but the biggest advantage, you could make them to be replay. You could basically do it live once, and then you could make it replay, and then you could do it like 3 times a day as a like people come and watch the replay. So that's basically the difference. You can make a note of that one if you want to have replay webinars. So basically, yeah, you go and create your Zoom webinars. Then after that, you go and blast the replays everywhere. Webinar is finished, we blast it. You could go blast a replay because it's not just a webinar, then it's a replay as well. You could go and share the replay, or you could make it to be automated replay 3 times a day. So these are the 3 steps that you could discuss so fast with webinar. And that's what we do ourselves. I have a lot of the people in the school messaging me about what is the secret sauce about your webinar strategies, guys, and blah, blah, blah. This is the secret sauce. There's no secret sauce. There's a framework. Yeah, Zoom webinar, automation, replay. 3 steps. So summary of the key points again: automation, use leverage to be able to scale, and virtual assistant. I highly, highly recommend you guys, if there's anything that transactional in your business, don't do it yourself. You as a business owner need to just do money-making tasks, strategies, marketing, sales. This is what you need to do yourself. Transactional is definitely get a VAs. So we work with a lot of VA companies in the past. We explore a lot of them, but the best one that I would recommend is onlinejobs.ph. Definitely try to use it. Online jobs. So you can find a VA as cheap as like $5 an hour, and they're pretty good. It's very, very easy to use it. It's just like a marketplace to be able to find the Filipino VAs, and I highly recommend you guys to get a VA, $5 an hour to do a lot of the transactional tasks for you. And the best way to work with the VAs, just a genius tip, is that from my own experience, is that to loom them, to record the screen, explain the task. Because when you try to explain the task to the text, usually they don't understand it, because these people are very junior and they're just here to do what they've been told. And the best way to communicate with them is through the loom. So you basically record your screen. This is what we use ourselves. So in case you haven't heard of it, you record your screen, and I use Loom every day for different purposes. And yeah, then you explain the task. So that's just a tip. So building business takes a long time and you need a big team. True, yes or no? Put in the chat. Is it true, yes or no? No. Obviously no. Right? Not anymore. If you leverage AI, you don't need to have a big team. You don't need to take a long time to build a successful business. So AI basically can make you money 24/7 while you're sleeping without having a big team. We're sure it's possible, and we got a framework that's been working. So yeah, it's that's the 2025 how you guys need to do that too. Get rid of the one-on-one sales call. We don't have any sales team. We don't have any sales team at all. And then people say, like a lot of people say, how many, what is the size of your sales team? Some people came back to me in November asking me, what is the size of your sales? I said, we have no sales team, guys. We have no sales team. And they said, how do you guys can make so much money with having no sales team? Because we use AI. We don't need to, right? So next slide. How to make money with AI. So 2 ways: AI powered advertising agency. You go master all of these, then you go and create webinar for your client. You go and create Facebook ad for your client. You go and create automation for your client. You create the email nurture sequence for your client. You go create the funnel for your client, right? This is the service everyone needs to be able to scale. You go and help those businesses. Or you can enhance your current business. Anything that you're doing at the moment, you could go down the path of the doing automation and using AI to be able to scale fast. But Atena's genius tip: if you're already learning it, you might as well make money selling it to others in your industry. Let's say, for example, you're a hairdresser, right? You're a hairdresser and you go down the path of using AI to do a lot of automation for lead generation. You absolutely learn it, you absolutely master it, you smash it. Then all of a sudden your business started scaling. Why not become a coach and go help other hairdressers say, hey, my business was this. After 6 months of AI is this. Do you want me to share with you what I did? Then you can become a coach. You could start going down the path of doing education. You could go down the path of doing done for you services. So this is just the best way. You learn it for yourself, you do it for yourself, and then going and helping other people in the same industry. So that's the best way that you could leverage it. So, question, how much did you take home last year? You don't have to answer it in the chat. You could just write it in the, if you have a pen and paper, write it there. If you're happy to share with everyone, you can share it. How much money did you take home last year? 0? Cry. It doesn't have to be cry anymore. It could change. You just need to make a decision to change it, okay? Mindset. So question number 2, how many hours do you work a week? Because we all have 24 hours a day. Yeah? How many hours do you work a week? Because the reason I'm asking this question, I know there are some entrepreneurs that they work like 60 to 80 hours a week and they're still not making any money. That's the same reason. That's the reason I asked question number 1, followed by question number 2. If you're working so ridiculous hours and not making any money, there's a problem here. I worked so hard as well last year, but I made so much money as well. Right? So if you're working hard and you're not making money, there's a problem here. And it shouldn't be that way. Question number 3, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you living to your potential? You can put in the chat. 1 is that not living to my potential. 10 is that I'm really, really satisfied. 2, yeah. 6, 3, 6. Any more? Come on, guys, don't be shy. 5, 5, 1, 2, 5. All right. So the interesting thing is that every time I ask this question in the webinars, people are usually under 5. Everyone. 8. We have like occasional 1 or 2 people that are high, and that's just a question that I want everyone to reflect. This is super important. The last thing you want, you leave this world and you realize that you didn't live your life to your potential. And you're gonna say, I could do better. I could have a better life. I just didn't try. And this is important to think about. This needs to be your why. You need to create a life that you're proud of and you live into your max potential. And you have no idea what is your max potential is. If you make a decision, what you truly deserve in life. So this is something that I reflect a lot. And I always think about, am I living the life to my max potential? Is it any more than that? Just a very important question to reflect. Could reflect to it every day. Who is excited to go all in AI this year? Show me a little bit of excitement. Who is excited about the possibilities? Who's excited about the future? Who's excited about 2025? And this is the perfect time to have this webinar. Amazing. So, commitment to change. Traditional model, get rid of them. Break through the traditional business model and go through all in AI. Modern strategies, get rid of the rules, make a decision to be committed. It's all start with the commitment. I just made a decision, I'm gonna go all in, enough is enough. So the traditional business model, this is how a marketing department will look like. It will cost $1.12 million for a marketing department. Not anymore. This is a model that we created. You basically need to have content. You can create it with the business lab, 100% of content. You need to have the lead generation automation, which I went through about how you can create that. You need to have a lead nurture, which is part of that 4 steps that I went through. You need to have a customer service. We didn't cover the customer service today, but you could do a lot of that with AI too and the operation. So this is basically how your business need to look like and what you need to focus. Don't worry about this. This doesn't exist anymore. This is irrelevant. Like when we try to employ now, we're not looking for the SEO specialist, content creator, social, like this type of roles is all redundant. This is the modern AI version that you need to create for your business. Take a screenshot of it. Yeah. Okay, so this is my favorite slide. We're gonna make a plan. A lot of you said that you want to start AI agency. That's a plan I created for you guys, 2025. Okay, so you go choose a niche. If that's something that you're good at yourself, you could that become your niche and say, you know what, I'm very, very good in, for example, marketing. So then you can go down the path of the marketing niche, for example. Or you're gonna say, I'm very good in the, for example, I've been in the painting industry for many, many years. Okay, go help the people in the painting industry to do marketing for them. And you know, I'm a plumber. I was a plumber for a while. I'm just so over it now. Okay, if you're a plumber, you could go and provide a marketing agency. You could become a marketing agency or provide the AI services for plumbers. So basically, your niche could be whatever you have interest, could be based on the whatever that you're good at. And also, we have a tool inside the lab that you could it could help you with the niche, and also we provide the consulting and stuff with the niche. Niche is very, very important, but that's the first step. You choose your niche, and there is one rule though. Your niche will be a small business owner. However, this is what I like everyone to remember. Ideally, your niche needs to be making $250K to $2.5 million in annual revenue. No startups. Okay? No startups. A startup has a lot of for a startup to be able to successful, there's a lot of missing piece of puzzle. A lot of missing piece of the puzzle, and that's harder basket. If you go down the path of a business that making already 250K, they have the foundation set up. Then you go take them to the scaler stage. Then they're gonna get the result. So this is the best target market and niche you could choose. Businesses that make between 250K to $2.5 million revenue. Yeah, that's your sweetest spot. And then what's your pricing structure gonna look like? So you're going to have a 5K setup fee. 5K setup fee to set up their Facebook campaigns and, for example, image nurturing sequence. Okay, the two things they can set up for them, and you charge them on the monthly management, 2,100 a month. You charge them. You put the 12 months minimum contract. So 12 months minimum commitment from them. 5K setup fee, 2,100 a month. Is it doable? 100%. You create an irresistible offer. You provide guarantee. Then you could be able to close like 67% of the right audience on the call. If they're a startup, they're gonna say, I don't have money. They're gonna bring a lot of money objection to you. But if your business already made it 250K and they believe that you could go and help them with AI and scaling and you have the proof, then it's very, very easy that they're gonna give that money to you to provide this. So okay, so what is the goal? So this is our process structure. So we get 10 clients. With this structure, you're going to make 302K. And your profit margin is going to be 70% because you're extremely AI driven business, right? So you don't have to have too many employees. And the average industry profit margin is about 10%. But this is the difference. You're making 302K with 70% profit. Majority of the businesses, small businesses make 300K, guys. You would be surprised the profit is between 30 to 50K. You will be surprised about that. And that's what I'm so sorry for all of these small businesses, because they work so hard. They make 300K, the profit is 30K, 50K. If you work in the restaurant for part-time, you would make more money than that. Then what's the point of having a business? And that's why the 98% of the businesses fails in the first 10 years. That's a fact. 98% of the businesses fail in the first 10 years. Why? Because of this. Profit margin is low. They work so hard. They make 200K after 3 years. They only make 20K at the end, and they go bankrupt, and they say business is shit, entrepreneurship shit. They commit suicide. They give up. They go back to being full-time employee. This is unfortunately a reality of the world. That's why we're here to change it. It doesn't have to be that way. Not anymore. So that's basically what you guys need to focus on. Those of you who want to start AI agency, this is exactly your roadmap. Your complete roadmap is in front of you. Your niche, your pricing structure, your goal. Okay? No confusion, clear roadmap. So the other thing that is, it's not just about how much money you make, it's also about your impact. If you start an AI agency, let's say that you go and this is you, right? You go and help a psychologist. Someone is a psychologist, they don't know how to get leads, you go and help them, they get the leads. That psychologist is going to change the patient lives. So what happens is that if the psychologist has only 5 clients, you go help them. Instead of 5, you create that automated money-making machine for them. The generation machine, the forester that I explained, you go create it for them. Instead of 5 clients, they have 50 clients. And that extra 45 clients is because of you. Then the psychologist is going to help 45 people, right? Because of your help. If it wasn't because of you bringing lead to that business, the psychologist didn't have that 45 client, they couldn't help it. This is how your impact is become 100 times, 1,000 times, 10 times, not 1,000,000 times. Because you're helping a business that the business providing a service to the people that need that service. The more lead they have, the more people they can help. This is how I look at it. And then, on my profile, I said that my mission is to help 1,000,000 businesses. And people question me about that. I was like, I don't know how you're going to get 1,000,000 customers. It's not about getting 1,000,000 customers. It's about the impact in the world. When I go and help all of these people to start AI agencies, they go help so many businesses to get lead. This is how my impact become 1,000,000 or over. With every AI agency, they go help 10 other businesses. Don't 10 other businesses get 100 leads. Then all of a sudden, my impact has become thousands of times more, right? So yeah, that's what I love about this business model. It's about your impact in the world. You're not helping only one business, you're helping multiple those businesses help. And the other thing that I would be friendly advice, only work with clients that do good. So I don't work with any client. And that's just my moral. Like even when I was doing I was working for a digital agency, I was doing freelancing. I would never ever go help the businesses that are in the fishing industry because I love animals and I hate animals being killed, including fish. So if someone in the fishing industry, I wouldn't work with them. If someone is in the hunting industry, I wouldn't work with them. If someone is in the tequila industry, alcohol, I wouldn't work with them. Cigarette, no. Because why would I go help those businesses to find more clients to kill more animal? To find more clients so more teenagers can smoke? No. Then instead of trying to impact the world in a positive way, you impacting the world in a negative way. And this is just me anyway. This is just a personal decision, but definitely think about who you're working with. And also the businesses you're working with, make sure they have a good reputation. They're not like, ripping off people. It was a couple of months ago as actually one of the coaches that came back to me and needed some help. So that guy is one of the authority in Australia. However, he's a scammer. It's got so many bad reviews. You take the people's money, not delivering. And I was like, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to help you, no matter how much money you give me. Because the more I help you to get more people, the more people you're going to screw. So anyway, just things to think about. Who you're working with, if you want to have the positive impact in this world, which is going to give you fulfillment, you need to think about who you work with. And then remember, world's number one skill set that can have the biggest impact in the world is marketing. Then you might say to me, Atena, what about the surgeons, the doctors? Wouldn't they have the most impact? No. You would have the most impact. If you go help a doctor to find more patients, the doctor has more impact or you have more impact? You have more impact. So the marketers in the world having the number one skill set that having the biggest impact in the world, that's why I love this industry. If you are in the path of changing the world, really truly want to impact the world, you need to be in the marketing industry. I love it because of that reason. So let's just finish it off with this question. Scale of 1 to 10, who is ready to make more money and win back more time this year? Just think about that. If you truly feel like you're ready, you literally say, I'm ready. I know exactly after this presentation what I want to do. I have the clear direction. I have a roadmap now. I know what I need to do. I know what it takes. I know I'm ready. If you're ready, put 10. If you feel like you still need to think about it or you're not sure to digest it, put like 5, like 10. Oh my gosh, I cannot. This is amazing, guys. Everyone's saying 10. I'm ready. Amazing. Perfect. Oh my gosh, everyone is 10. You guys are amazing, guys. Honestly, I didn't expect that. All right, guys. So we got 7 minutes. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me. I hope you got a lot of value. So put in the chat how much did you learn today about everything, about mindset, about the possibility, about the bit of roadmap. If you were confused up until today, then you're not confused anymore. You have a little bit of like idea what you want to do, a bit clear direction. Just put in the chat from 1 to 10. How much value did you get today? 1, I got no value, Atena, at all. The content was so bad. 10, I got so much value. I have clear direction. I know what I want to do. Mary, 10. Fantastic. I'm so happy to see that, Mary. To see 10. 2 pages of note. That's amazing. 10, 10, 10. Jane, 10, Jeremy, amazing. I'm so happy to see that. So Tatiana, do you have any comment?
Yeah, I'm like, wow, it keeps getting better. Every single webinar is so different. And you know, guys, that I've been to all the webinars. And I just love how much time and effort Atina is putting into preparing this. She said she was spending the entire day yesterday doing that. So thank you so much for bringing so much value, for inspiration, for putting people on the right foot in 2025 and making sure that we all have the right mindset, we all have the right focus, we're focusing on the right tools, and we're choosing our people around ourselves. That's very important. Surround yourself with the right people, with the right community, the ones who are going to be push you up and not drag you down or pull you down. And we are happy to answer your questions as well. So feel free to unmute yourselves, raise your hand, and come on stage. You can also, bye, Irena. It was great seeing you.
Yes, hi, Irena.
Thank you so much for being
Hi. Well, I wanted to know a little bit more about hiring VA, which you mentioned. Like, I've never done that, so I don't know how actually which tasks you choose for them, since you told me like they're mostly for, do this and like that's it. So how
Any,
exactly some
anything that is
framework?
transactional is very simple. Anything that is transactional could be done by a VA. Transactional tasks, like for example, the says, what do we do? Can you upload the recording of today's session to Skool? Okay. Can you go create a cover photo for this event? Okay. Can you go schedule this email? Okay. Some of them obviously require a very, very simple training, like a training of 5 minutes training or 10 minutes, like a quick training, but majority of transactional tasks that doesn't require brain, doesn't require strategy, could be done by the VA. And the best way to train them is by doing the Loom, basically. To record a Loom and explain them how it works. We always send it fast through the Loom. So we want to do something, we do it through the Loom. So I hope that answers your questions, but you figure it out as you go as well. Yeah, but definitely try to use a VA. I think that's something everyone in this group call. I want you guys to start using a VA. Get a VA part-time, 20 hours a week, $5 an hour, and then start planning about what you want to do and everything transactional, pass it to them. You want to create a Skool community, you want the VA to start creating cover photo, to add the courses. Don't add the courses yourself. A VA could do that because it takes a lot of time to add courses to the Skool sometimes. Yeah. Our VA do all of that. We just literally explain to them what we want to add in there and give them a link, and then they go and create it, they format it, they make it sexy and all of those sort of things. So start using a VA, and also social media. They could do some social media management too. If you have the posts, you could give them the login details of your Instagram. Say, hey, can you go on this day and this day and this day? To do the posts. We have the content plan and schedule for 30 days inside the lab, our software. You could create the whole plan for the 30 days, give the plan to the VA, fill it up with the content that you could create. We got all of the content creation tool inside our software that you could do. Content creation for LinkedIn, for Instagram, for videos, for scripts. So that's why everything is very easy these days with the AI software that we created. It's just you could literally go and go all in.
And we can actually share also to learn them a part of the software that they want to use. We can give them access, just, okay, use this software to create this,
Yeah,
this,
you
and this.
can. If you got a VA, you can give access to your VA to use the software, 100%. You could
Okay.
provide a bit of training. We got some of our members inside our AIpreneurs Agency Accelerator that they actually have the VA using the login details to actually log into live sessions. They don't do it themselves because they're busy. This worked really perfectly because the VA come to the live sessions, they learn, they make notes, and they just get better and better instead of themselves. If you're busy yourself, get your VA to join the live sessions, right? That's exactly what you could do. But obviously, like, you need to give your login details for VA. Like, it's okay. But if you are a big agency, you have multiple team, you touch base with us about getting the corporate pricing. So we are able to provide you for corporate pricing about joining the program. So that was it helpful, Arena?
Yes,
All
it
right.
was. Thank you.
So we got Mina. Is it possible to start an AI agency if you don't have an email list? Of course it is. You make an email list. That's the whole point of it. So everyone start from the scratch. Did you guys think when I started in February I had email list? No. I had 0 email list when I started. And that's why I went through my journey, guys, to tell you that I started from 0 email list, 0 money, nothing. I completely bootstrapped from the beginning as well. Completely bootstrapped. I never had investor. I didn't bring any money into the business when I started. Because the people, there's the rules again. You need to have at least $200,000 to be able to start a business. No, rule. Get rid of the rule. I completely started from scratch with no money. So no, these are all false objection. So next question. That's it? No more questions? Okay, all right. Thanks everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you so much for
Irina.
joining us today, and I hope you got so much value and a bit clear direction this year, and we'll see you soon inside the community. Cheers.
See you on the inside. Bye, everyone.
Everyone.